So the military is beginning to erupt in defiance as Trump's illegal war against Iran is continuing to go on. So let me show you this here first. Breaking news from Hormuz Report. Iran sees the next round of war as inevitable and is reportedly preparing direct attacks on U.S. military assets in southeastern Europe if Trump escalates further, with Bulgaria's Besmer Air Base and Cyprus among potential targets, according to the Financial Times. Quote, "We would place no limits on our response. If America goes too far, Iran has the capability to go beyond the region and hit Europe too," an Iranian insider told the Financial Times. Tehran is warning Washington that the next conflict will not remain contained to the Gulf. Okay, so this is a huge deal for obvious reasons. I mean, attacking Europe is wild in and of itself, but also it makes it so that basically the only allies that kind of remained on the side of the U.S. are now gonna waffle, just like the Gulf Arab states are waffling and trying to make backroom agreements with Iran to be spared from consequences. So you have the entire Middle East slowly but surely on the path to break up with the United States of America, right? You have other allies who were threatening, right, like Greenland, Denmark, and now Mexico, and now you have others within Europe who might get directly attacked, which would then make Europe put pressure on the U.S. to end this fucking lunacy. And so between the tariffs and the trade war and the actual threats of war against enemies and allies alike, and now economic consequences for everybody, Japan also with their currency collapsing, the U.S. backstopping it, that not working, so Japan might sell U.S. treasuries. We are really in just uncharted waters now, where the whole like global system is on the brink of collapse. The whole like post-World War II structure is falling apart. And now Iran is saying, we may attack Europe to get back at your ass, so y'all better not cross a fucking line. Okay. Exclusive. The crisis inside Trump's military appears to be spreading. Midas Touch obtained text messages from a USS Carl Vinson sailor's wife saying sailors are being forced to shower in cold water and the ship's water fountains have been shut off as they prepare for another deployment. So it's not just on the USS Lincoln that they're having insane problems, right? The toilet's not working. Everything's gross and moldy and disgusting. The showers are all rusted out and pathetic. You have moldy food they're serving. People are eating like a half or a third the amount that they need to eat on any given day. They've been out at sea triple, quadruple as long as they're supposed to be out there. There's basically mutiny brewing. You have 6 people jumped overboard in an attempt to commit suicide. I mean, what we're talking about is absolutely psychotic, but it's not just the USS Lincoln. Others are also being treated like absolute garbage because this is what you get from Donald Trump. This is what you get from Pete Hegseth. This is what you get from people who are not serious. They can't manage an Arby's, never mind run the world's largest military. They're not competent. They don't dot the I's and cross the T's and do the actual work that they have to do. And so now people are just pawns to them. So you got people out there losing their fucking minds and they don't care. How about this one? 7 U.S. Navy ships have broken down or run short on basic supplies during Trump's Iran war. This is what, quote, peace through strength actually looks like. And then they go through the list here of all of these ships. We discussed the other day, there was a ship in the South China Sea that lost power and was just floating around in like 100-degree temperature for 4 days straight. I mean, we can't even do the most basic shit right now. And you know who knows that more than anybody? The soldiers. There's going to be a massive uptick of people just dropping out after this. I mean, you have family members calling into CNN of people who are on these ships going, as soon as they come back, they're going into a different line of work. They're not doing this shit anymore. There's no stability in this job. They treat you like absolute shit. They're basically being used to, go sacrifice yourself and get blown up so that, Trump can steal Iranian oil. Like, nobody fucking signed up for this. You think of World War II and people signing up to fight Hitler and fascism and a genuine existential threat. You think of even the Iraq War, where we were lied to, but people thought they were signing up to defend the country because we got attacked on 9/11. And you could see where the will came from. In this war, there's literally zero will.
دیدن نادیده ها